Don't believe it, bro. To the right side of van.
One Apps dead.
He expects an opera to stay there. That's so smart. Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah.
Can you guys stop placing bombs on my bomb site? Okay, look, take a step back. I'm gonna teach you how to stop letting them plant over here, okay? You're gonna mess up my shop. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to B-Site Mirage. B-Site Mirage is often a hated spot to play, especially when you're on my team and in my pugs. So you know what I do? I go and I play B for you, because I know how to have fun on B-Site. Time to show you how to have a little bit of fun on this bomb site. Realize that it is not a boring position to play. So number one problem people are going to say, are going to be like, oh, ghost drop. No one comes to B site. I have no one to fight. This is wrong. All you got to do is place a couple traps down, and soon you're going to be enjoying those little 1v1s you have with the lurker. So first, we're going to start in CT spawn. As you guys know, I mentioned Crush CS in these videos a lot. Me and him have been good buddies for a little while now, and we like to theory craft on maps. One thing we theory crafted a long time ago is this diabolical smoke you can throw. You lodge yourself into this corner right here, and you find this big spot right here, and you D jump throw, okay? So instead of a W jump throw, anything else, you're doing a D jump throw. What this smoke is going to do is it's actually going to perfectly land in back apps. That is not the only way you can smoke back apps, though. Now, there's two more variations of that same smoke that you can throw from the bomb site. The first one is going to be like this. You're going to get into this corner right here, aim a little bit left of this corner, and left-click throw. And this smoke is going to bounce off of this AC unit and land in the exact same spot. Another way to throw the smoke is to line up on this back wall here, aim at the top of the windowsill, and try and bank it off of this back part right here. Now, as you guys saw in the beginning of this video, I'm going to show you how I take apps fast. First, I'm throwing this smoke right here. I'll jump spot for a second, molly the back wall. If I see no one coming out, I'm going to run up with my nade the wall, flash right behind it, and boom. If there's anyone in here, they should be free to kill. Now, you have a couple things you can do with this smoke down that I find quite fun. There is a plethora of off angles in apartments to make sure you can get yours. Spot number one, which I love so very much, is you can actually go up to this lamp and you can crouch jump on top of it and stand up here. It's a very, very strange off angle to try and clear out. So let's pretend that we're a T clearing out apps after the smoke has disappeared. So some of these guys will often molly left side. A lot of pressure I find is peeking into this left side, but really they should be worried about the guy on top of the lamp. Now, this isn't the only place you can play after taking apps, okay? There's a lot of weird off angles that might even get you multi-frags. So what a lot of people will do is when they're walking up here, they'll like to clear and see if anyone's head glitching. But in reality, you're right here. A lot of people will expect someone to be sitting in this corner, and you have to clear it out this way. But what they don't expect is you to be a little bit more forward. The second you walk up, this player has all the advantage on this fight. But it's not just that. Let's say you're not there either. If they're seeing no contact back site or van or first pillar and they're walking out, a lot of people's first instincts will be to peek cat from right here. But there's someone on this angle. So I truly love this angle and think it's one of the best angles you can play from Apps Balc, because everyone thinks that someone's going to be right here. This is the main clear, right? But instead, if you're walking up right here, I can't even see the guy on my screen. He can see my gun entirely. This angle right here has given me so many kills by people having their backs to me or them just running out normally and not clearing this. Instead, they're hard focusing on van. This is such a hard flick for the T to do. This is, honest to God, one of my favorite spots to play, and I'll show you other ways how I use it. So the majority of the time, the T's aren't just gonna bum rush you apps. Usually there's gonna be one guy lurking. That is your 1v1. You gotta turn that into a 100% completion rate. So if you're communicating with your cap player and he doesn't hear them bum rushing apps, you can actually get to this spot before being seen or heard. All right, very, very powerful stuff here, guys. So if we're coming off of perfect timing, we jump through, break the window. Hopefully we're in front of our cap player. We can jump on the van straight up to here and tuck into this corner. Oh, so lovely. Let's say, oh shucks, you know, I'm getting bored here. You know, no one's peeking me. Ghost Rob, you said this was gonna be fun. We're getting there, buddy. We're getting there. Watch this. So one of the first things that you can do in apps, you can aim to the right of this line, crouch, and left click throw a smoke. What this is gonna do is it's gonna smoke back apps from top Balc. That's right, we can smoke apps from anywhere. Now, once you have that smoke down, you can ask your teammate for a flash. What do you mean? Communication? That's right. All you gotta do is ask for them to flash. Now, if you're working with one of your buddies, you show them this part right here, guys. You stand in this corner right outside a market window, and you aim on this line on the tarp and left click throw a flash. What that's gonna be, it's gonna be a perfect pop flash for apps. So you're gonna go up here. They're gonna throw that perfect pop flash for you. You're gonna get your kill. Once you get that kill, you can molly this off, wait a second, and because you have deep apps smoked already, all you gotta do, left click a flash right here and clear out all of apps again. Now look, you don't want to clear out apps every single round, all right? Because one of these rounds, there's gonna be 5 people sitting behind that smoke. And you know what's gonna happen to you? You're gonna perish. So Ghost Rob, what else are we gonna be able to do then? You're gonna play on site, but you're gonna do it in a freaky manner. So let's say we're a T walking up apps. You know, we're walking around, making sure no one's in van. What if I told you that you died twice already? Enemy number 1, enemy number 2. So I actually miss this spot with all of my heart. Back in the CSGO days, you used to be able to just shift walk right here and you would jimmy yourself up. Now, you just need someone to boost you. Just ask your cap player. It takes a second of his time, all right? He's not going to get the first peek in mid anyways. Ask your cap player to boost you up right here, and then you can just sit here the whole round and wait for someone to walk into you. You don't even have to do anything at all. You can just stand there and wait for that lurker to walk out. Now, time to get to something a little more diabolical. The double boost. Now, you might be saying, well, Ghost Rob, you can just double boost right here on top of the bench and see right into apps, right? Well, here's the problem with that. The devious cat lurk. We can never trust our randoms to hold mid. They could be cat on any timing. You can never trust your randoms in your pugs. So instead, what you and your buddy are gonna do is you're gonna boost to the right where you're covered from cat. So you don't even really need to line it up, but if you want to, you can get your bottom teammate to line up missiles with the arch right here. Once you get on top of his head, you have this beautiful angle to work with. I know this pole seems like it's in the way, but trust me, when you see someone walking by, this is just the freest kill of all kind. And this pillar doesn't have any collision on it as well. You can actually shoot right through it. So you're going to get 100% damage on the guy walking through here. As you can see, pretty easy to see that guy. No collision on this post at all. You're getting full 100 damage. But we all hate relying on our teammates, right? So here's a little self-boost off angle you can do on the back of bench. You're going to walk back a little bit on this part. Keep tapping A until your crosshair is just past this black dot. And you have the entire window to look at from this off angle. So when T's are walking up, again, maybe clear close. They're going to clear back here, make sure no one's van. Maybe they're going to walk back. So you see the devious little creature here who appears to be standing on nothing. This spot has a 100% success record for at least getting 1 in my books. Once you get your kill back here, you can fall straight back to behind bench, play for cat, play for apps. You can go to empty pillar, hold the jump out window. It truly is an incredibly strong position to play. Now, for all of my B anchors out there, every once in a while you get that spider sense that they're gonna start pushing apps eventually. You know, we're on round 8 of the half and no one's come B yet on a rush or anything. Well, there's one very special play I have for you. You get your teammate to boost you on top of default box. And what you can do is, with a smoke, you can aim right here on this little tab right here and right-click a smoke. Once you do that, you can see that right here you have this interesting angle. Now, to you, this angle looks very exposed, but to the T's running out of apps, you can't even see him. So once you're right here, you're actually impervious to all the flashes the T's will throw. So you can get your quick kill right here. You can back off, Maldi Van after. You can do a ton of stuff from this position with this smoke out. You can even peek cat on a crazy off angle. Overall, really, really fun position to play. So let's say you're having an average round in apps, all right? And you just jump spotted someone in there. Well, I have the solution for you on how to peek this guy and kill him without instantly getting your head blown off. You can actually line up on this corner right here. Aim right around here, okay? On this silver line where it meets the sheet metal towards the left. And you're gonna left click a flash. What that flash is gonna do is it's perfectly gonna pop in the window right here, full blinding anyone on this wide angle. So after jump spotting, I'm gonna line up right here. I'm gonna throw this flash like this, and then I'm instantly gonna jump up here on the back of the van and kill him. Truly, truly a devious flash. So if anyone is standing back apps waiting for your jump spot to happen, they're going to be sitting right here and just full blind. Now, if you thought we were done with the boosts, think again. So let's say you lost all of mid control and your teammates are calling the running up cat. If your second player mollies off bricks and manages to run back to site, we have a treat for you. By getting your teammate to boost you on top of missiles again and getting him to stand in between the boxes right here. What you can do is you can have full control of looking at apps and looking at cat by standing on your teammate's head. And then your teammate right here can just look at Balc too. This is extremely powerful because you're in the most insane off angle for every way of getting to B site. Now guys, I'm going to share some disturbing news with you, all right? Being this bottom player, you might think it's a little bit boring. But in reality, when the player on top of your head starts screaming their cat, you can do this. That's right. You can spam through that. So we have our trusty little bot placed down there, and he doesn't know what's going to hit him. Now, sure, we aren't doing a lot of damage, but this is going to slow these players down. It's going to make them run into each other. They're all going to get confused. They might even start trying to spam back. But spamming back is actually pretty difficult because you have to hit exactly in between these bars. So when you're this cat player getting spammed for 9 HP every bullet and you start spamming back, the top guy's coming up and he's just mowing them down. And your bottom player can just throw a molly right here and stop them from bum rushing out. And if you hear them jump out window, you have a high-low on this position right here. It's just devious work. This will show you what we're talking about. If this guy isn't getting killed by this player up here and they manage to squeeze out and they're going to swing, how do you kill this? So with all of that being said, as a B player, here are your primary objectives. First off, locate the 1v1 in apps. Either fight it, delay it, or acknowledge it. If the 1v1 is dead or the 1v1 isn't there, then maybe you can creep through the back of apps and get that early rotate off. But if they're playing pretty aggressive, they have a guy lurking all the time, you can play at any of these random boost spots and wait for him to walk out into your crosshair. And if there's a B rush, have fun. They finally came to your bomb site. It's your big moment. And when we rotate, make sure we always have 2 CT. And all of that is now in your mind. B site is going to be a lot more fun when you're trying these boosts and you're trying this util out. So go ahead, get in there, have some fun.